When we hire, we are looking for qualified people who will work well with the team we already have in place. Prospective candidates have one opportunity really to present themselves, and if you're looking for work, there are things you can do to maximize your chances of landing the position you're seeking. Today I will give you 9 tips to help you maneuver the process of applying and interviewing for a new job. Welcome to Morning Tea.
Hi, I'm Joanne Jolie, business owner and entrepreneur, licensed yacht helmsman, mother, grandmother, and musical artist.
The first thing to know when applying for a new job is that everything is a test. We write into the job description a short and simple list of requirements, and this helps us to evaluate the suitability of a candidate. This is our first interaction with a potential employee, someone we don't know, and it is very important that they follow our instructions to the letter. It will give us a good clue as to their ability to follow simple instructions. If we ask for a cover letter, we expect to see a cover letter. If we ask for references, then make sure you provide them. If there are items that you don't have, then at least address them with a reason why you don't have them. Number 2, when looking to land that job, is to make sure your application has no spelling or grammatical errors. This will indicate whether you are conscientious, if you pay attention to details. If your spelling or your grammar is not up to par, it's a bit rusty, then have someone go over your application for you. There are some really great tools online. I have many of them bookmarked, and I use them regularly to check my usage of words and phrases. Just this week, for instance, I couldn't remember if it was complimentary with an I or complimentary with an E. One means working in harmony with, and the other means offering for free. So you can see how if you're just one letter off in your spelling, it changes the entire meaning of the sentence. So getting these small things right is very important, and it's going to make a big difference on your application. It's a good time to look at your social media pages and maybe get them cleaned up if necessary. You know, after we get an application, we will do sort of a first glance at the internet background check and, to confirm the identity of the person, learn a little bit more about them. Have you ever posted things in the heat of passion? They're really not relevant in the long run. Things that may present us in a way that's not who we are. We develop, we grow, we mature, and we should take some time to go through and get rid of the irrelevant posts. If we see social pages filled up with rants and raves, it makes us wonder whether the candidate will be capable of keeping their strong passions and opinions out of the workplace. And by the way, you ought to do the same thing. Check out the potential employer and the company. Look at their social pages for yourself. If you're super passionate about an XYZ thing, then you may find yourself very unhappy working in an environment where everyone around you doesn't feel the same way. Most people get pretty nervous at the interview because, yes, it is a performance. I mean, you want the job and you need the recruiter to be impressed with you. So anticipate the sorts of questions you're going to be asked, questions about your experience and how you would tackle various situations in your particular industry. They're going to be digging in, they're going to be drilling down to see what you know. So be prepared. Practice in front of the mirror if that helps you, so that you can present yourself with confidence and show an ability to manage the stress of an interview. Next, don't talk about your personal life unless you're asked, and even then show some discretion and answer generally. I mean, if you carry on about your recent divorce and the custody battle and what a creep your ex is, then we're going to doubt that you can keep these things from disrupting the work environment. You only get one first impression, so make it your best. Dress appropriately for the company. If it's business and finance, it's probably going to be something like a suit. Other companies, they just might be jeans and t-shirts. Do your research, find out what the culture is like for that company and dress accordingly. But no matter what the industry is, you need to show yourself as trustworthy. And I'll say that, dress is even more critical for women, because the fact is that when you put men and women in a space together all day long, day after day, stuff just happens. And we need to keep tension out of the work environment as much as possible, beginning with professional dress. It's just a fact, appearances do matter. There's almost no other way for a first impression than the image you present, which includes your dress and your grooming. Depending on the job, if it's an upfront first impression for a new customer of the company, it's going to be critical that you communicate well. When we call you back, we're going to want to hear you answer the phone well, politely, upbeat. If your current voicemail message doesn't meet those standards, make sure you change it now. If you have a unique skill set that is not on the job description, but it could bring value to the company, then at the interview, ask for a moment to lay it out on the table. Growing businesses welcome innovation, and that initiative that you show could really improve your chances of landing the job. After the interview, it's very important that you follow the instructions you're given. I recall a candidate who came in for an interview, and we told her, We would get back to her within 2 weeks, and she was instructed to refer any further questions to the recruiter. She decided to bypass this chain of command and sent email communications directly to the owners of the company, which they did not appreciate. It appeared disrespectful, and by doing that, she was set back behind another potential candidate for the job. Side note on respect. Business owners are a tough breed who have initiative, they're willing to take risk to build their businesses, they have the courage to go out on a limb and to chase down their dreams. There's no 9-to-5 shift. They work 24/7, and their success provides livelihoods for others. And they're the last to get paid. They deserve respect. They struggle so that their employees don't have to struggle, and they are the engine of our great economy. And if you're qualified and the interview went well and you didn't get the job, it's okay to call the recruiter and ask if they'd be willing to give you some feedback. Be open, that feedback could help you on your next application. You may never know why you didn't get the job. You may well have been one of several superb candidates. Sometimes the reasons for not hiring are complicated, and they come down to there are multiple good candidates and we just have to go with our gut instinct and pick one. Don't be like one candidate who became a pest with her string of emails and phone calls begging and pleading for the reasons why she didn't get the job. She became a nuisance, and where we may have referred her to someone else or kept her in our files, she was archived. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope these tips help you. I hope you land that job you're after, and I wish you the very best of success. Subscribe now and go to my website and sign up to be on my official mail list, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.